Can we go 4? Can we go 4? We rolling? We're rolling, guys. Welcome back to Northwest Ontario. The talent is going down, and that means we're gonna fish. The boat is swinging around, and you will see quickly unveiled a big, beautiful tree, which hopefully we're gonna catch some crappies on. That's the goal today, black crappies in Northwest Ontario. Here we go. First cast, would that be good? Do you want to see the struggle? Oh, first cast. Oh, oh, baby, that is a slab. That is, oh. Okay, we're throwing that one on the board. It's probably pretty close to 14 inches. That is what we're looking for today, guys. Mouth closed, we're looking at, yeah, just shy of 14. The thing is, if you open, if you measure these fish with the mouth open, sometimes look at that. So there's mouth open measurement. There you're getting almost 14 1/4. So it's pretty crazy the difference, but that is a big, beautiful fish. And man, what a start. I'm gonna eat some fish today, but that one's a little bigger than I wanna keep. Go, buddy. That was a good fish to start it off, guys. This is what we're using today. Back to the basics. We are doing some bobber fishing, and it is so much fun seeing that bobber go down. So here's the deal. A tungsten jig, a little frostbite. This is called the Versamite plastic. I might even rip it in half to make it a little bit smaller yet, but I'm using a pretty small jig. We might switch to a hair jig as well. 6-pound fluoroleader, then a little slip float. So this slides up and down your line until this little rubber stopper. You cast it out, the jig will keep going down, it'll float, and then it'll hit that stop. So basically what I can do is I can slide this up or down, and I can adjust my height. If I'm fishing in 2 feet of water and some reeds, then I'll put the slip there. When I cast it out, the bobber will stay near the jig, and then when it lands, it'll slide up to that rubber stopper. So if your bobber ever lays flat, that means it's on the bottom. But we're gonna catch a couple more, and then I'll kind of tell you guys what we're looking for today, but we'll see if there's more crappies on this tree. 1 for 1, it's a good record. The biggest thing is I don't want to blow up on this tree. I want to stay away from it. I want to stay back. And yeah, we'll see if we can pluck a couple off. That's kind of the goal. The bobber didn't even go down. Man, they're all big. This one might be even bigger. Another 13.5-incher, guys. The average size is so good. And these, you could keep a fish this size. This is probably on the upper end. I'm hopefully going to catch a couple smaller ones yet, but it's going right back. They're getting ready to spawn right now. All right, 3 for 3. Can we do it? I wonder how many fish are on this tree. Man, these are all too big to eat. That one's even bigger. I told Sam I was gonna bring home fish, but I don't know. This, hopefully get some smaller ones yet. All right, baby, be free, make some babies. So here's the situation right now. There's the tree. I'm casting the windblown side right now. We got the talon down. This big pole, I get questions about it all the time. What's that big pole on the back? And that big pole on the back is, it's an anchor that goes down. It's a big graphite pole. This is a 12-foot version, and it sticks into the mud, sticks into the rocks, and kind of like spot lock for shallow water. Great for bass fishing, crappie fishing, any shallow water stuff really, or for just docking your boat. But we're talon down off. I want to lift up. I double tap this remote, and then we can keep moving. But right now, we seem to have found a honey hole, and we're gonna keep cracking them. Can we go 4? We might have an eater. Well, now it's a little too small. All right. Oh. This one you can see is a little bit darker. And something cool that I was told, and I think it's legit, is that crappies will actually turn dark in the springtime to regulate their body temperature. I haven't done any research on it, but it would make sense why they turn jet black in the springtime. I've heard Aaron say that often the aggressive big crappies will be the first ones to eat if you're fishing a school, especially in the fall time. So I'm wondering if we catch the biggest ones at the start, but this is another nice one. This might be our first eater, actually. Oh, I don't know. Oh man. Okay, I thought it was an eater. Apparently not. Let's throw it on the board. Yeah, another, whatever, almost 14. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Spring crappies. All right. So here's what I'm looking for when I'm looking for spring crappies. I'm looking for warm water. When that water starts to get mid 50s, high 50s, 60s. Right now, guys, we have 70-degree water, and it's gotten warm in a hurry. Depending on the lake you're fishing, some lakes will warm up faster than others. Obviously, smaller lakes or the ice came off sooner, they'll warm up quicker. And then as well, darker colored water will warm up quicker. So if you have a lake that has a darker section, the fish are gonna push shallow, the bass are gonna push shallow quicker, crappies are gonna push shallow quicker. So we're kind of at a back bay right now, mouth of a back bay, and who knows, this might be the best spot, or it might get better as we go back, but how many fish are on this tree? I don't even know. Just watching that bobber, and then every once in a while I'll pull it like 6 inches and let it settle again. I'm not doing a quick retrieve. I'm just kind of popping it, and I'm just trying to catch their attention when I do that little pull. And if nothing happens, I'll reel in and I'll cast another part of the tree. As you have seen, I've been doing the same cast 4 times and I've caught 4 or 5 fish. And now the nice thing is with the wind blowing in there is I can let my bobber float in. I don't have to wait. That's more like the type you want to be eating. That one's going in the live well, and Sam's gonna be happy. All right, let's do it again. There we go. Man, I wonder how many fish are on this tree. There we go. Little jig, big crappie. Ooh, good one. All right, should we catch a couple more? This is crazy, guys. Oh, oh sorry. Ooh, that guy's going on the bump board. That is our biggest one yet, guys. That is a 14-inch slab daddy.
Slap daddy.
Throw back the big fish, guys, because if you don't release the 14s, you're not going to catch 16s. I get a bunch of messages asking, you know, where should I take my kids fishing? Where should I take a newbie? Crappie fishing is spring crappie fishing especially, is such a good thing for someone getting into fishing because it's visual, okay? For starters, you got the bobber. You see the bobber go down. It's pretty addicting. Secondly, it's action, it's numbers. I mean, a kid doesn't care, a kid just wants action. So if they're on 10-inch crappies, they'll be having the time of their life. So don't get too caught up on big fish. I mean, you can use the same setup for any sort of panfish really. You know, get a couple bobbers and your kids will have a blast. So that's my recommendation. All right, guys, we're gonna leave this tree for a little bit. We're gonna go explore. We're gonna come back and catch a bunch more off there later, but I wanna explore a little bit more and see maybe every tree is like this. So we're gonna keep moving. All right, we're gonna bounce around. By the way, I'm naming that tree the magic tree. We're gonna go back to the magic tree. It will forever be known as a magic tree, but we'll see if we can find, who knows, something better. So not all trees are created equal. You know, that tree there was in a shallow, muddy area, which already is a magnet for crappies. This tree right now we're in 15 feet of water, so it's kind of more of a steep drop. For spring crappies, not as good. Maybe later in the year, but I kind of want it a little tighter to the spawning area, but we'll see. Maybe we can pull it off. Not writing it off. All right, we're gonna keep cruising. Just casting a hair jig, kind of cruising around now. I'm not, could catch a bass, could catch a crappie. Just kind of like looking with my eyes all the time. I got polarized shades on. I remember one of my first times ever hammering spring crappies. This was like old school before I had my drivers, and 3 of us went to a little reservoir in Manitoba, and I had polarized shades and they didn't. I just bought them, I didn't know anything about them, and we stopped on this bank for a potty break, and I stood on the bank and I looked with my shades and I saw just crappies everywhere, and we proceeded to light them up. But I had such an advantage with polarized shades, because what polarized shades do is they cut the glare off. And you can get polarized shades for cheap. You can get a pair for 20 bucks, 30 bucks. They don't need to be $200 shades. Any polarization is going to be good. It's going to cut the glare off. And then there's definitely situations where you'll see the fish, you'll see the crappies, you'll see the smallmouth in the shallows. That's where they shine when you're sight fishing. So that's a big piece of advice. Do you want to catch a crappie? Something just hit my bobber. What is that? I got it. Oh, it's a crappie. The crappie was trying to hit my bobber. All right, we found another magic tree. Oh no. All right, so not all the fish are on one spot. I'm gonna put this fish in the live well, and I'm gonna give you guys a little breakdown on some other spots to look for other than magic trees. So obviously trees have been really good. I've kind of just started fishing, but the other thing I look for is pencil reeds. They love to spawn in pencil reeds. I think they could be spawning around the trees as well, but I think that's more of a holding location. Pencil reeds is what they love to spawn in. There's some reeds in the back of this bay. We're gonna check some more out yet. Pencil reeds, kind of muddy bays, and then you wanna watch for that warm water. I can't stress that enough. You need to be in the warm water. If you find pencil reeds on the main lake, maybe they'll spawn late in the year. It's different because in the winter you're fishing those deep basins, but they go shooting up to that warm water. They can be kind of tough to find on that intermediate period. We're back to the magic tree. It's magical. All right, we're a little further back this time, which is good. This won't be as easy. It's never as easy the second time around, but there is some fish left there. And pop it a couple inches and wait. I'll keep doing that until I get, a couple feet away from the tree, and then I'll stop. Little guy. And guys, you don't need talons for this. You could throw an anchor out the same way and it would do the trick. Or you could use your motor on spot lock and just fish off the back. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Look at this, guys. Now it's smaller ones. Shows you how those more dominant ones roll in there first. Not that they roll in there first, but they're the first ones to eat. They overpower these little guys. This, very interesting. So right now we're in 7 feet of water. So that tree is probably, dipping into 10 feet. So it's in a good depth. It's not on a 30-foot shelf. It's in a nice, shallow, muddy channel leading to a spawning bay. So these fish could be, waiting to go back, and they're kind of just setting up at this tree right now. And after you pick off those couple aggressive ones at the start, you might have to get even tighter to the wood, a little bit deeper maybe, just to pick those ones that aren't as comfortable to swim out for your jig, right? So you're gonna get closer and closer. Eventually you'll probably end up snagging the tree, and that just is part of it. You know what? I have a different idea. And this is a fishing rod I've had for many, many years, but I think it could be perfect for the situations. We're gonna rig it up and things are gonna get wild. As wild as crappie fishing can get. This is gonna be good. I don't know if this will all fit in the shot. This thing is 16 feet long. It doesn't have a reel. You just tie your line directly to the tip of it. Yeah, it's a medium light, 16 foot, 6 pound to 12 pound test. This could be so much fun. I actually bought this and I just, a couple years later, I was like, why did I buy this? Now I actually think this could be like the coolest thing ever. So I'm gonna tie 4 or 5 feet of line on, a little bit of a heavier tungsten jig, and this could be fun. Okay, this is perfect. I can jig over there. I can jig over there. Okay, we're rigging this up. No drag system, it's just a really whippy rod, so we're gonna hope that I can haul them out of the wood. If I hook a bass, it could be very interesting. All right, we are rigged. This is my first attempt. I know some guys, I think maybe down in the States when they fish a lot of brush piles, this is even more popular, but we're set. All right, we're going right in the wood. I don't know how we're gonna get the fish out. Oh, got one. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's a pike. Still cool. Still cool. Okay, first fish, it jumped off, that was nice. All right, there's a fish. There's a crappie, I saw it. There's one coming up to it. I can see them, guys. I can actually see them. Got him, nice one. I saw them swim up to it. This is insane. Nice crappie. That was wild. We might be onto something, guys, on the long rod. So cool. Being able to see the fish from up there was pretty neat because I could see multiple fish coming out from the wood to look at it. That is a perfect eater. 16-foot rod, getting it done. I think we fished the front side out of the magic tree. We're gonna try the back side. We're gonna spot lock and face into the wind, and we're gonna keep using the big pole. All right, here we go. We're in the juice now. So many limbs, so much going on. There's gotta be a fish. Come on, there's gotta be one there. There has to be. There's no way there's not a crappie there. Did we really catch all of them? Is the magic gone? This will forever be remembered as the magic tree. I will not speak of it. I may never come back to it because we caught all the fish off of it. That was such a fun little session. Spring bobber fishing for crappies. You gotta do it. Bring a newbie, bring a kid out. They are gonna have an absolute blast. They don't have to be trophy-sized panfish, any size. Action is what matters. That's it for today, guys. Make sure you're wearing a life jacket out on the water, and we'll see you guys soon.